Close Racing Supply in Eldred, Pennsylvania has been in business since 1996, serving the motorsports industry with quality parts and components for dirt late models, modifieds, and stock lip race cars. Check out the expanded inventory at their new larger location or give them a call at 814-225-3250. In stock at Close Racing Supply are parts from the most popular manufacturers like All-Star Performance, Ware's Machine, Dynamic Drivelines, Winter's Performance, Willwood, Quick Car Racing Products, and many others. They also manufacture their own quality CRS race components. Check out the website at closeracingsupply.com or follow them on Facebook.
And heat race number 1 ready to bring them to green. We are off for the honoring Alice 55. It's trouble for Reese Hackett as he quickly drives down to the high side, getting out of the way of the rest of the field. Tanner Van Doren shoves his way through the 84 Coots, the 44 Morseman. Van Doren up to 4th already, but Tyler Series going to lead on lap number 1. Gilteg is 2nd, 3rd Cartwright, 4th Van Doren, and Russell Morseman will round out your top 5. Russell Morseman, regular runner at the Woodhull Raceway, been very consistent, yet to crack into Pepsi victory lane. It's Tanner Van Doren, youngster, travels all around, normal racer over at the Utica Rome Speedway, came to the Woodhull Raceway on a Tuesday, looking to pick up 5,500 to win for the honoring Alice 55. With Russell Morseman all over his back bumper. That is for your 4th and final redraw position. Halfway to go, 4 and 4 to go for Tyler Seary in that Outlaw Speedway 5-star. Putting distance between himself and your 2nd place runner of Gilteg. Tanner Van Doren holding on to that 4th and final redraw position. Russell Morseman wants that spot. Van Doren doing a great job holding him off, staying in the same line. Morseman is trying to get by him. Morseman underneath the Van Doren 01C, pulls alongside the back corner panel as they go down the backstretch into 3 and 4. Tyler Seary, 2 laps to go. Battle is for your 4th and final redraw spot. Is Tanner Van Doren holding off your Woodhull regular, the 44 of Russell Morseman. Morseman gets a run down on the bottom, can't quite pull alongside as Seary picks up the white flag. Contact between the 2 and 3 and 4, side by side for your 4th and final redraw spot. Out front, Tyler Seary is going to work his way out of turn number 4, pick up the $50 for your heat race winner. Gilteg will be 2nd. 3rd will be Cartwright. Tanner Van Doren holds on for 4th, so that is your redraw. Russell Morseman 5th, Steve Coots 6th. 92X, that's AJ Petrobowski Sr. Brady Foltz in the 88 rounds out your field as we are at the green. Bill's going to lead the field into turn number 1 as Ryan Tracy gets real high in the corner. That 06 machine going to come to a stop, bringing out the first yellow of lap number 1. Green back out. Gin with a better start this time. He's going to lead the field into 1 and 2. Braden Bills dives down to the bottom as Brewer and Petrobowski Jr. were side by side through the corner, but Brewer pulls ahead for 3rd. Now working on the Bills machine for 2nd. Dayton Brewer going to take away position number 2. Dayton Brewer has moved into position number 2, trying to run down the 3X of Joe Ginn. Ginn, runner up on Saturday evening at the Woodhull Raceway. Won the past 2 feature events before that. Starting to separate himself a little bit from the 17 of Brewer, who has his hands full with High Point man AJ Petrobowski Jr. Petrobowski Sr., Braden Bills, contact in the corner. That is for your 4th and final redraw spot. A lot of contact as Bills gets shoved out of the way. Petrobowski Sr. moves into 4th. Around goes AJ Petrobowski Sr., bringing out a yellow. Green back out in heat number 2 for the Insinger Performance Modifieds. Petrobowski Jr., Dayton Brewer side by side for position number 2. Petrobowski Jr. Had the advantage down the backstretch, but yellow is out as I believe the yellow would be for the start. That fourth and final row. Green back out. As Dayton Brewer, Joe Ginn side by side for your race lead. Still side by side as the 3X and 17 go down the backstretch. Dayton Brewer gets a little bit of advantage, but he gets real high in turns number 4. That allows Joe Ginn to slide by, as well as Petrobowski Jr. And now he's battling with Petrobowski Sr. for third. Sr. will take the spot away from Dayton Brewer. Now a lot like Saturday night, Joe Ginn was out front. AJ Petrobowski Jr. was able to work his way by. Now they're side by side as they exit corner number 2. Maybe a little bit of contact between the two as they head down the backstretch into the corner. Now contact between the two. 2 to go. Joe Ginn still holds your race lead. 6 in, 2 to go. Joe Ginn trying to hold off AJ Petrobowski Jr. Something he was not successful at doing on Saturday evening. Trouble on the 72 of Petrobowski Jr. That allows Petrobowski Sr. and Dayton Brewer to slide by. Brady Foltz will get by 2 as he's into 4th. So AJ Petrobowski Jr. went from battling to the lead to back to 5th. Checkered out for Joe Ginn. Petrobowski Sr. will be 2nd. 3rd will be Dayton Brewer. 4th will go to
Cello Racewear offers a variety of specialty racing products, specializing in SFI-rated gloves, shoes, Nomex underwear, neck braces, crew apparel, and custom SFI-approved race suits and karting gear. Understanding the financial concerns of the racing industry, Acello Racewear knows that safety should never be compromised, and Acello Racewear strives to fulfill those safety needs. Acello Racewear. Race, wrench, repeat.
Winning a Napa Crate Sportsman. Coots Martin bring the field to green. Green back out. 8 laps is the distance. Stacy Jackson battling for 2nd. Dropped a drive shaft out of that number 2 on Saturday. Got that fixed. He's up to 2nd. Creedon battling with Eric Rudolph for position number 5. It's Donnie Lawson trying to move out of the hot seat as Stacy Jackson and Adam Coots are now side by side for your race lead, trying to pick up $50 courtesy of Larry Romance and Son. Stacy Jackson, new race leader here on lap number 2. It's now Eric Rudolph in the hot seat. 4th and final redraw position, Dan Creedon, no stranger to bull rings, trying to work his way into the redraw as Jake Ginn has moved up to the high side of the racetrack, trying to find a little bit of momentum up there with the Todd Robar General Contracting number 3. Eric Rudolph trying to move into a podium spot, trying to work his way around Woodhull regular, the 11 of Donnie Lawson, as Stacy Jackson gets the crossed flags. 4 in, 4 to go for Stacy Jackson. So now Ginn and Dan Creedon battle for position number 5. They're side by side through 3 and 4. A little bit of contact as they exit, still even at the line to my eyes. Side by side, they go into 1 and 2 for position number 5. Creedon gets a good run on the outside, but out front, Stacy Jackson trying to run away and hide. 2 to go for Stacy Jackson. Stacy Jackson pulling away from Adam Coots. Nightly sponsor on the side of that BH Log Hauling number 2 picks up the white flag. Adam Coots with a good run, holding on to 2nd. Donnie Lawson 3rd. Eric Rudolph your 4th and final redraw runner as Dan Creedon, Jake Ginn, and Wally Wade round out your field. But out front, Stacy Jackson dropped a drive shaft Saturday, gonna pick up the heat race win. Adam Coots will be 2nd. 3rd will go to Donnie Lawson. 4th, Eric Rudolph. That rounds out your redraw spots. 5th will be Dan Creedon.